So Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, even though the Roman emperor, he wrote to him that this is from the Roman emperor to Amirul Mu'mineen Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan. When he received the letter, so he addressed him, Ya Kalb al-Rum, that, oh, the Roman dog, if you will try to attack Ali, you will see me behind him as his soldier. So that what we say, that their battles and wars, that was based on their ijtihad. When Ali radiallahu ta'ala an, he was martyred. So a close associate of him, his name is Darrar ibn Darrar Asadi radiyallahu an. He was sitting with Sayyidina Muawiyah. Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala was also in grief. So he asked Darrar that you were very close to Ali. So tell me some of his daily practices and his virtues. So Sayyidina Zarrar radiallahu ta'ala said that he was a far-sighted man. He was a courageous man. He was a powerful person. He was speaking to the point. When he was judging, he was very strict in justice. When he was speaking, knowledge was coming out of his tongue like a fountain is gushing forth. From his every moment, wisdom was very much apparent. And he was not in love with world and worldly attachments. He was feeling happy in the darkness of night, because the whole night he was worshipping Allah and he was crying too. And his beloved dress was that one which was too much rough and too much cheap. And his beloved food was that one which was the food of fuqara and poor people. And he was not looking for any status and any position, sitting with the general public. And when he was sitting amongst us, he was looking like us. No difference and distinction there. We were asking and posing question to him. He was answering. When we were coming to him, he was the first one asking everyone, how are you doing? How is the family? Everything is going on. What about your job? What about your business? All of your relatives are okay. He said that we never superseded him to ask him that, how are you doing, Amirul Mu'mineen? And whenever we invited him to our house as a common layman, he never refused. He used to come. But along with all this humbleness, his greatness was like this, that everybody had a fear to start talking with him. So that's why he was starting to talk to everyone. And he said that when he was smiling, his teeth were looking like pearls. He was giving a lot of respect to ulama, and he was in love with fuqara. But along with all this, no any rich was able to show his muscle in front of Ali radiyallahu ta'ala an, or to get some concession from him. The weak people, they had their utmost trust in his justice. And he said, Zarrar ibn Zarrar Asadi, that Amirul Mu'mineen, addressing Sayyidina Muawiyah, Amirul Mu'mineen, I used to see him in masjid at night time, that he was holding his beard like this, and he was doing like this, that Ali, fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, that he was crying at night when he was alone, like some hit has been happened to his heart, or like a poisonous snake has bitten him. And he said that I heard him, that he was saying at night in loneliness that, oh world and the worldly attachment, you are testing me and you are trying to deceive me, but don't hope anything like that from me. Just go and deceive someone else, because I have divorced you with 3 divorces. And in 3 divorces, there is no room for return. And he said that, oh world, your life is too little, but your danger is too big. So now, when Dharrar radiallahu ta'ala an, he narrated all this statement about Ali, so Sayyidina Muawiyah, he cried. And in his cry he said, Rahimallahu Abul Hasan, kana rajulan aziman. He was a great man. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have his mercy on him. Now there is a hadith about Khulafa Rashideen. And hadith is very lengthy. Ibn Hajar narrated it. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, yes, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he was sitting there and he addressed his Sahaba. And Mawli Yusuf, for you, this is a good khutbah this Friday, wherever you will give khutbah. That Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that hubbiba ilayya min dunyakum salas. 3 things from your world. He addressed Sahaba, from your world. 3 things are very much liked or beloved to me. Number 1, at-tweeb, the perfume, because that is purity. And number 2, wan-nisa, husn al-mu'asharati bihin, to live in a nice way with the women. وَجُعِلَتْ قُرَّةُ عَيْنِي فِي الصَّلَاةِ, and my happiness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put there in prayer. As Imam Bukhari narrates from Sayyidah Aaisha radiyallahu ta'ala anha, kana Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam iza hazabahu amrun wa yurwa iza hazanahu amrun. When because of something he was in grief or he was attacked by suddenly something, so badar ila salah, Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to rush for prayer, making wudu and making to prayer. And he said, ju'ila qurratu aini fi salah. By this my grief is gone. By this my grief is gone. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr was sitting there. He said, Ya Rasulullah, wa hubbiba ilayya min ad-dunya salas. From this world, 3 things have been made very much beloved to me. Number 1, an-nazaru ila wajhik, to sit in front of you and to look at your face. And number 2, wa infaqu mali alayk, and to spend my belongings on you. Wa an takuna ibnati tahtak, and to have my daughter in your nikah. So Sayyidina Umar was there. He said, and Ya Rasulullah, 3 things are very much beloved to me. Number 1, al-amr bil ma'ruf, to enjoin the virtues. Wa nahyu anil munkar, and to stop from evils. Wa thawbul khaliq, and to use old dresses, not anyone. So Sayyidina Usman said, Ya Rasulullah, and 3 things have been made beloved to me. Ishba'ul ji'an, to feed the hungry people. Wa kiswatul uryan, and to dress the naked people. Wa tilawatul Quran, and to recite Quran. So Sayyidina Ali was there. He said, Ya Rasulullah, and 3 things are being made very much beloved to me. Al-khidmatu lil-dayf, hospitality of guest. Was-sawmu fi-sayf, and to do fasting in hot weather. Was-darbu bis-sayf, and to fight with my sword in the path of Allah. So all of them, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and 4 Khulafa, they said their own beloveds. So now Jibreel Amin came. He said, Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah. Rabbul Alameen sent me, because he listened to all 5 of you. That's what you said. Yes, so he sent me with a message. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, what's the message? He said, the message is that you should ask me, if I was one of those who are living in this world, if I would have been a human, so what were like to me? Three things. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Jibreel, yes, if you were one of the human, so what things were or would have been to beloved to you? So Jibreel Amin said, Irshadul Dhalleen, to guide those who are lost. وَمُوَانَسَةُ الْغُرَبَاءِ الْقَانِتِينَ, and to sympathize those who are poor or who are traveler and they have and they are obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمُعَاوَنَةُ أَهْلِ الْعَيَالِ الْمُعْسِرِينَ, and those who have a big family but he is a poor guy, so to help that guy to help his family. And then Jibreel said, Rabbul Alameen told me that for my slaves, I like three things. Bazlul istita'a. Yes, to strive hard as much as they can. Wal buka'u in everything. To strive hard as much as they can. Wal buka'u inda nadama. When they are ashamed of something, so to cry to me. Was sabru inda al-faqa. And if they are needy or they are hungry, so to show patience and stability. Then, this khutbah of Sayyidina Ali, Raziyallahu ta'ala an, this sermon of him, it should be written with the golden ink. Got it? He gave this khutbah about Shaykhain Karimain, Sayyidina Abu Bakr and Sayyidina Umar, Raziyallahu ta'ala an. He said in one of his sermon, وَالَّذِي فَلَقَ الْحَبِّ, the one who split the grain and sprouted plant therefrom. وَبَرَأَ النَّسَمَ, and the one who created the living entity. لَا يُحِبُّهُمَا إِلَّا مُؤْمِنٌ فَاضِلٌ. That Abu Bakr and Umar, yes, Mu'min Fadil, a Mu'min and true believer who has the virtues, he will be in love with them. وَلَا يَبْغِضُهُمَا وَلَا يُخَالِفُهُمَا إِلَّا شَقِيٌّ فَاسِقٌ. And the one who has enmity with them or who has hate of them, so he will be a man of bad luck and he will be a fasiq. فَحُبُّهُمَا قُرْبَةٌ. To be in love with Abu Bakr and Umar, that is sawab. You will be having a reward. وَبُغْضُهُمَا مُرُوقٌ. And if you have enmity with them both, that is going out of deen. مَا بَالُ أَقْوَامٍ يُنْكِرُونَ أَخَوَيْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. You say, what's wrong the people? That they do not know the position and the status of these two brothers of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَوَزِيرَيْهِ, his two ministers. وَصَاحِبَيْهِ, his two companions. وَسَيِّدَ قُرَيْشٍ, the chief of the tribe of Quraysh. وَأَبَوَيْ الْمُسْلِمِينَ, and both of them, they were the father of Muslims. فَأَنَا بَرِيءٌ عَمَّ يَذْكُرُهُمَا بِسُوءٍ. I have nothing to do with that guy who is mentioning their name in a bad way. وَهُوَ عَلَيْهِ مُعَاقَبٌ. And for sure, he would be punished for that in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ وَأَصْحَابِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ. So for our next time, inshallah, we will start with the Khulafa of Sayyidina Hasan ibn Ali, that how he became Khalifa and how he left it. وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ وَأَصْحَابِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ بِرَحْمَتِكَ يَا أَرْحَمَ الراحِمِينَ.